on the show.
Thank you very much for calling me here.
And let's start off with your film career. I mean, 4 completed, 2 in the pipeline. What would you consider yourself right now? An established actor or still a fresher?
Inside,
It's
I
kind of
can
a tricky
say.
question.
No, I have a tricky answer also for this.
Okay, let's hear it.
I can say inside I'm a fresher, but outside I'm already an established actor. I can say that because 4 films, 4 hits, I can call them bravely. And I proved myself a little bit that I can do some acting, and people started accepting me. So it's kind of acceptance, nothing else. So I can say I'm an established actor, but inside I'm always a fresher, trying to learn everything and learning everything.
A lot of fresh faces that are coming up, and there are a lot of new people that are actually coming into the industry, because practically almost every 4th film you see like a new person, or you see a new face on on camera, but on screen technically. So what do you have to say about that?
It's actually a good thing in cinema, to have fresh faces on screen. Only those faces, only those talents can remain who have some individuality. Otherwise, they cannot stay on screen for a long time. So it's good that people are coming and proving themselves on screen about their acting talent and everything. So only those people stay, and those who have talent, I'm talking about, they are staying. It's good then. It's nothing wrong in it. It's a growth for the industry, I should say.
The film industry, or the entertainment field, if I can call it that, is on a constant evolutionary process, because they constantly trying new things, and But where do you think we are right now? Kollywood, to be precise.
Exactly. I mean, one thing is, cinema is becoming universal. Yeah. There is no Tamil cinema, there is no Telugu cinema, there is no Kannada cinema, Malayalam cinema. It's becoming cinema as a whole, world cinema, if we take it. So it's a good thing that, it's coming into a converging end, everything towards an end. It will become universal again. So technically, if you're talking about technically, so many technical aspects of cinema, which is happening in Hollywood or the rest of the world, is happening in Chennai also, in Tollywood also, in India, I can say, for that matter. So it's a good thing that we are getting inspired by them and using the techniques of them. So the converging point I'm talking about, everybody coming together and putting their ideas into one particular thing, and that particular thing evolves into a universal field. So it's a good thing that is happening right now in the cinema. For example, technically speaking, there's something called the DI. DI is the digital output of film. Now, it's already been tried out in so many films in Chennai, and it's a very good success here. So it's a good thing. It's a prosperous thing.
I think the film was
exactly one thing.
Because previously he was worked on films like Van Helsing and all that in Hollywood.
Exactly.
I was reading about that technology. It's fairly fresh now, but it's picking up really well. It adds that extra spin, because I'm guessing the viewers that actually go to watch the films are getting smarter by the day. So it's a lot more difficult to trick them. So you need to actually learn to present your things really well. Present your film really well. But as far as Jayam Ravi is concerned, what are your strong points as an actor?
My strong points?
Yeah. As an actor?
As an actor. See, one thing is, an actor should have a good physical appearance. I mean, not should have, not must have, it's should have. Should have a good physical appearance. I think,
basically presentable enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe I've scored 90% in that. And he should have some talent in acting, he should know acting. Maybe somewhere near I'm touching the bottom marks in that. And those are my 2+ points, looking presentable and knowing to act well in films. Those are the 2 aspects which I'm good at. And apart from that, mentally, psychologically speaking, my sincerity towards the art, towards the medium, is my plus point, I can say. And nothing much. These are the 3 things I guess I'm good at.
Yeah, but that's just the plus. You've conveniently left out the minuses. Now, I know that's a very difficult question, but think about it. I mean, everyone has that one aspect or that one part of them that they need to evolve on their own, basically. True. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, learning from your mistakes is one thing. Learning from your negatives is one thing. For example, many people in the industry right now, they take the minuses and they turn it into their plus points, their positive points. That's a good thing. So if you ask
that
me,
is a difficult task on its own.
actually it is. That's the cheating art. I can call it. in
Cheating
cinema.
art.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, you heard it by Jayam Ravi himself. He's a cheating art.
No. And for me, minus point is, I can say, I'm a little lazy person. Late in the mornings. I'm not a morning person at all. I'm a little lazy. And
But at least you're honest about it.
I am. I have to be.
Instead of saying, no, and I wake up at 6 o'clock every morning and I jog and I exercise and all of that. I'm sure you exercise and all, but still.
Yeah, not at 6 o'clock. Maybe in the evening if you're. So that's the only point, a little bit laziness, that makes you postpone things, your laziness. So I should try to control that, after coming to the field. At least that I should do for the field.
Now, speaking of specials, your family has been a very special family because they've taken part in a lot of film productions actually. A lot of home productions, as you'd like to call it. And it's actually because of that that a lot of female celebrities have excelled today. Like Asin and all that. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, as
Because
you
you
said.
shot a lot of people to stardom, basically.
So I can accept that because it's from our production.
Yeah.
To name them, Sada and Asin.
Yeah.
They're doing great jobs now.
And now they're like pretty much taking over the entire industry.
Exactly, and
single-handedly.
I'm really happy about that actually. And home production, talking about home production, the typical term can be used. It's a home production because my dad's producing a film, my brother is directing a film. Jayam was done by both of them. M. Kumaran, son of Mahalakshmi, was done by both of them. So it's a kind of it's actually not a script for me. I'm put into that script. It's only that. So they try to make a film which is a good film, which is a selling script. I can call it, and I'm shooting that script. So they're not making a film for me. It's a script that it's demanding somebody like me, and I'm perfectly fitting into that, into that blank. So it's like I've done a good job in that character. They've made me do that character well. So my brother always try to teach me whatever he knows and my pluses, my minuses, everything he knows. My dad knows. Other than that, nobody knows. Your own.
Basically in the industry. So
Exactly, and they know me very well because they're my dad and my brother. So it's like happy while doing a home production. There are some negative points also.
I figured that out. Yes.
Like you stay
Working in
stay
such close
tight with them.
proximities with family and all that, you've got to maintain that balance between being this celebrity and also being a son and a brother.
Exactly. That's the point.
But say you didn't even have to say it. I know it because that's happened to me once or twice in the past. But anyway, moving on. Considering what you were talking earlier on about fitting you into an already existent script, which is easier, fitting you into the script or fitting the script into you? If you understand what I mean.
Definitely. If you ask me which is easier, I cannot answer that because I haven't thought in that way. I know only one thing.
Has there ever been a script made for you?
I can not even think about it. It's just a script which I'm going to act in. There is no film which is going to be made for me. And that script is not going to do well also if it is for me. And if it is for me, then you can only see me. Other than that, there is nothing in the film. If the script is good and I'm acting in it, you can see everybody acting. You can see every good scene, projecting. And even I'm also seen in that film. It should be like that. Otherwise, all the audience, they cannot come and watch the film together. Only Ravi fans can watch the film. So for me, everybody should watch the film. Everybody should enjoy the film. And film should be good. Film industry should be good. That's it.
Now, talking about the films that you've done, granted you've done only 4 films, you've got 2 in the pipeline, but you're still pretty established because you know what you're doing right now, you know the industry and all of that. Let's start with your first film. Tell us a bit about that and how that came about. Family production.
So it's Jayam you're talking about. That's why I'm called Jayam Ravi. So that's a film close to my heart because it's my first film. Every film is close to my heart. This is still closer.
But this has that
Closest.
It has that special spot.
Exactly. So that's because home production is one thing, and you know, all my energy, everything put into one point, just Jayam, that point. And other than that, I've finished my college at that time, and I've done some course in acting in Bombay, Kishore Namit Kapoor Institute. After that, I came to Chennai. This script was ready for me. They were ready to go for shoot. So my dad told me, "You're going to do this script." Everything was perfect in place. You know, my finishing my college, you know, having a course done in acting, everything, and coming here, script was ready. So I was like, you know, rushing, everything right in place, and so it happened. And finally, the movie got released. And, you know, all the effort which we took to make that film, everything is paying off its price, and we're so happy about the film. That's why I'm saying that's the closest film to my heart. And, you know, that's a biggest hit with a newcomer, you know, with newcomers, I can say, with everybody newcomer. For even my dad also should be a newcomer because he's doing a Tamil film after 15 years in the industry. My brother's first film in Tamil, my film, Sada is a new heroine, the villain is a new guy. So it's a freshers film, and that's why it's appeal so fresh.
That film
Definitely
can be considered a launchpad.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Absolutely.
Like a launchpad film.
Exactly.
And let's move on to your second film.
I'm Kumaran, son of Mahalakshmi. So that's the film where I put my title as Jayam Ravi. Before that, it was Ravi. So it was that after effect of Jayam. So
I
people.
like this after effect. Okay, note after effect. Okay.
So the people are waiting, you know, to look at me, what this guy is up to, what he's going to do in that film. You know, that was a village character in Jayam. And now he's going to be a kickboxer in the film. Well, that's a doubt for people. How can he handle such a character? So I trained myself for that film. You know, people should believe me.
You actually trained yourself in kickboxing and martial arts?
Exactly, I did. You know, I can call it cinema stance again. You know, it's not perfect kickboxing. See, kickboxing.
Good enough to get the job done.
Exactly. I don't have to hit you. I just have to act like, you know, I'm going to hit you. That's cinematic. I can call it. So I just trained in that. You know, those stunts, and it was a very good character for me. So I fitted into that perfectly, I can say, because it paid that price for my work and everything. Again, home production. Again, everybody close to me working into that film. Again, all the energy focusing. And one point is that people are waiting to see what this guy is going to do. So I have to prove myself. Jayam was not like that. You know, they came unexpected. They saw this boy. He's good, done well. They're satisfied.
So with that first hit comes that responsibility.
Exactly. Everything put in together. That's the pressure you have. That's a responsibility, I can call it otherwise. So that film also was a major hit. So, you know, again, I was telling to myself, this is just the hard work which is paid for my work. So I was happy in that film also. That's how it ended.
And then your third project came along.
Das.
Yes.
Das was the first outside production film, and new director again.
So that must have technically been like a different kind of first film for you.
True.
It wasn't on home ground. It was completely in the outside world, technically for you. So.
Exactly, as you say, I can say it's like a first film, you know, outside home production. So I was like totally ignorant, I can say, of what's going on. What was that reaction?
No, ignorant. I mean, why would you say ignorant?
Ignorant because everything was new to me. You know, only the camera was, you know, not new to me. Other than that, all the people, the director.
But technically, that's all that matters.
That's
just
true.
you and the camera.
That's true. But you know, when you say cut to the action, when you say cut, after that everything becomes new to you. You know, that's always there in your mind. But it's just for a week. I had that restlessness, I can say, for a week. After that, the director spoke to me very well. I spoke to him very well. The unit became like a friendly unit. The cameraman, everybody became a very friendly unit. Everything. So it's like again working in a home production. You know, the people you know. Now you know everybody. So there was no feeling of alienation in that at all. So that also
Smooth
happens
sailing all the
smooth.
way.
Exactly. No problem.